Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your boy Cattell, and if you are someone who is new to my channel, I just want to say a massive welcome. I create videos which entertain, inspire and educate y'all asses, and I share my advice, my experiences, things which I've learned as I actually progress along my acting career, but also things which I've learned pursuing a entrepreneurial sort of pathway as well. So I literally share all these different tips, these videos. I do motivational videos. So if you're someone who is like-minded, I really suggest that you actually subscribe to my channel, watch the videos, and also give good feedback. I do actually post random things also, so you would definitely be entertained. Anyways, the topic of this video which I wanted to cover, I wanted to give a bit of experience on how I actually gained an agent, how I actually received representation as an actor. Now, short story, I once went to a casting director's workshop, and it was actually hosted by an agency. And the way I found out about this is as I was doing my A-levels in drama and theatre studies, the head of music actually came in. She shared with us that there was an upcoming casting workshop. Now, she actually had connections with this woman who actually owned the agency which was hosting this workshop, and she wanted to see who was interested in this casting director's workshop. And myself and this other girl was actually interested. No one else was really interested, which I was just like, okay, that's interesting. But on the day of the workshop, we all met up, me, her, a drama teacher of mine, and this other boy who was in like one of the lower years. Anyways, we had to prepare either a monologue or a song. So we go to this casting director's workshop, and I believe I was either the first person or the last person to actually perform. I think it might have been last actually, because you gotta save the best to last. Anyways, when I actually performed, I actually had a 30-second monologue which I prepared, because I didn't really have a lot of time to prepare. It was kind of short notice, and I literally found a monologue which I found online. I can't remember the name of the monologue, but it was a 30-second monologue. I actually made it longer by the pauses which I took and the emotion which I was trying to show. Anyways, I performed it. The casting director gave me some tips on how I could actually bring out the character more. Now, my character was frustrated at something. He was pretty much pissed off. He was angry, and he was giving me tips on how to bring out that character more. He was like, imagine you trying to project your voice to the back of the room. You're trying to push through the back wall, right? Imagine the person right at the back, they can't hear you. They can't hear you right now. And he got me to do it again and do it again, and it got to the point where I was literally shouting my head off. Like, I was raged. I had so much rage. But afterwards, I felt great. Like, I felt like I was alive within the character, and I was thinking, whoa, that was mad. That was mad. And I did end up losing my voice after the casting director's workshop. But either way, it felt great. A couple days later, moving along in the story, I actually received the email from the agency saying, Kyle, thank you very much for attending our casting director's workshop. It was great meeting you, and we really liked your performance. We would like to offer you a place on our books, as an agency. And I was like, damn, that's amazing. I was like, yo, that's sick. So I had to send off a headshot to them and a bit of information so they can actually create a spotlight profile for me, which is a casting platform. I don't know if it's that famous in the US, but definitely the UK. It is one of the top casting websites in the UK. Anyways, so that's how I got an agent for myself. Now, for you guys to actually get an agent, if you are a fellow actor, or maybe you're even a model or a singer, I really recommend that you research the different agencies out there within your sector. Modeling, there's several different agencies like IMG, MOT models, or models or whatever. Like there's so many different agencies out there. With acting, there's so many different agencies out there. Also with acting, you definitely want to research the different agencies, and you could get access to their contact details, their emails, you know, their addresses. And what I suggest you actually do is write a cover letter, and you can send it to them. Now you can either email them that or do it by paper, like print it off and send it off with your headshot. The cover letter will state your name, you know, that you're seeking representation, what you might have done, what you might have coming up. You might even have a performance coming up which you can actually invite the casting director to, and you might even drop a ticket in there as well and say, hey, I have this performance coming up, you know, this play, this theatre, this date. Right, even if you are someone who's just performing at a showcase for your, you know, drama school, you could do a similar thing. I'm performing this date, this play, you know, and at this, you know, location. And you could say, I would like to formally invite you to, you know, see me perform. I linked a ticket within this email, or here's a ticket along with this letter so you can attend, and send your headshot also. That's the most easiest thing to do. I would suggest get their email, especially. That's the easiest thing you could do. You could either reach out with them and be like, hey, I'm looking for representation, I was recommended by this person. It could be another client of theirs who is within the agency, and send off your headshot and other things. If you want a template on how to do so, how to write a cover letter, I'll drop one in the description below. It is a template which I actually received a while back from a website, where there'll be a template on how you could write a cover letter to reach out to an agency, but also to casting directors as well. Because if you're someone, say, who has a showcase coming up in drama school, you know, the school might either invite agencies down so they can actually see your work, or you can actually invite your own agents down, and that's very useful. Now, I'm not guaranteeing you that it will cause them to come down to watch you perform. However, it is an outline. You should also make sure that you reword it to how you are as a person. So I really suggest that. But I'll drop that template in the description below so you can actually utilize that resource. Anyways, another way you can actually do so is by networking with people. That's the most important thing. I did a video a while back on the importance of networking, and I believe I mentioned that you should always be networking because it will help you in any career path that you are in. Networking is one of the most key skill sets you could possibly have, because it's about who you know. Now, that's the thing with the entertainment industry. It's not necessarily about what you know, it's about who you know. A lot of people who actually progress to high levels within, you know, the acting industry, maybe in Hollywood or just in general, like maybe theatre and stuff like that, manage to book a lot of jobs, is because of who they know, the connections which they built. So it's about who you know, and you could literally meet new people at press nights, at film showcases. Like, you never know who you actually meet. You could maybe meet a director, a producer, a casting director, maybe even a cameraman, right? But if you actually network properly with them and you're friendly, you are someone who is good to get along with, they might know someone and they think, hey, you know, this person came to mind, let me suggest it to this person. And that's how you can even possibly meet an agent as well. The agent might even come to the film showcase, and you might just be networking around people. Like, you don't know if that person is an agent or not, but it turns out they are an agent. You never know. Things like that will help, you know, just networking with people, or like even other actors, you know, being part of a community. They might even suggest a specific agency which you could check out, and next thing you know, you could contact that agency and say, this person recommended me to you. It sort of shows that trust level as well. You could also just do extras work. You never know who you meet as well. Like, just build up the experience you do as well for yourself. You could create your own content, and as you progress, you never know who you might meet. So that's a little advice which I wanted to give. Hope that was useful. If it was, give me a thumbs up. That's me done. That's me done. And I just want to say thank you for staying to the end, and peace out.